Good morning and welcome to day two of the Nena 2026 Championships. I am Nate Brosey coming at you from a beautiful day here in Norwood, Mass at Action Norwood. We have got a full day of competition here that will decide the 2026 Nena Varsity Team Champion. Same four teams competing as competed yesterday. We've got Vitality, School Fitness, Strive Ninja Fitness, Ninja Mania, and Surge Ninja. Everybody got points on the board yesterday, and our leaderboard, I'll pull it up real quick, will tell us how we're doing. There we go. Right now, Vitality is in the lead with 16 total team points. Ninja Mania right behind them at 13. Surge Ninja hanging in right behind Ninja Mania with 12 points. And Strive with 10. So, just to remind you of how the age group points work. Each team will get 12 athletes to tackle a course. We've switched courses here for day two, so we'll have our 11 to 12s competing on the Big Trust. You can find that live stream starting shortly. As soon as we get our cameras hooked up, Kyle will be manning the live stream for that one. I'll be running the 6 to 8 course with you guys here today. Each team, like I said, 12 athletes, they will do their best to qualify in stage one. For the kids, it'll be 5 obstacles in 1 minute and 30 seconds. They will take the most obstacles completed in the fastest amount of time. We'll seed them for their stage 2 run. 6 to 8 will have 8 obstacles in stage 2. And the competitor with the most obstacles completed in the fastest amount of time will be our winner. Our top 20 score points for their team in our Grand Prix scoring system from 25 all the way down to 1. And then we will add up those Grand Prix points, which will get us a team score. And then the team with the highest score will score a match point. And that goes from 4 down to 1. The first place team will receive 4 points, second place 3, third place 2, and fourth place 1. When we add all those together, that gets us our team point totals and our meet results for the day. You can follow along with those results all day on northeastninja.com under the varsity meet results page. And you can track the stage 1, stage 2 meet results in real time thanks to NinjaWorks. NinjaWorks, the ultimate in Ninja timing systems. We thank them for their support of Nena and our website. Teams are just finishing up their practice times right now. Looks like we got Surge on the course over here on the small truss. And I believe 2 teams have already practiced, so we'll have 1 more after this, and then we'll get to our first runners of stage 1. Let's see what our man Jack is shooting for our mobile cam today. Looks like he's just chilling on the couch here for a minute. He's going to be following the action along on the courses. We'll get a good shot of our main section of our course right here. You can see we've changed things up a little bit from yesterday. Still the same basic premise of the obstacles, but obviously we've brought things down a little bit, swapped out, added a few more holds for these 6 to 8-year-olds to be able to get through there. And then our finish will be back here at the back of the gym. You can see our run order here for stage 1. Cameron, Kyla, Joey, Esther, and Garrett will be our first 5. If I look to our run order here, we should have 12 competitors from each gym, and looks like we have a total of 34, so not quite a full complement for everybody. There you go. So it's just whatever's on the screen is what's going out to this. It has we can record on that. We can do a bunch of different stuff with it, but I just need the clean feed. There we go. Just giving my cameraman instructions there. Always trying to upgrade our tech here to bring you guys the best quality live stream feed we can. As I was saying, okay, 34 competitors in the kids division. The reason for that is, this is the first or youngest age division that was allowed to compete in varsity Nena, and it's really at the behest of, kids that are ready coming up through various gyms class programs. Some gyms have, a class of 5-year-olds that'll come through that are just absolute monsters. And then as the kids get older and move their way up through the age group, you got to keep refilling that bucket with your youngest competitors. So you don't always see the full 48 competitors or full complement of 12 per team in this age group, just because it all kind of depends on what families come into the gym, what kids are in class, and how they're learning. So, what? For some of these guys, this might be the culmination of their first season in Nena. So keep an eye out on some of these names, especially our top competitors, because you'll see them again a few weeks at WNL Regionals and Worlds, and chances are you'll see them for years to come as they hone their skills and build their legacy of ninja competition. A few big names to watch out for here. Dean Mataluso, I'm butchering that last name. My apologies. Very, very fast out of Ninja Mania. Barnaby Parker, another one out of there from Ninja Mania. And Jackson Asconi. And you guys might remember that last name. His older brother Alex will be competing here later today. Jameson Walt. And who else do we have in our run order here? Ansh from Vitality. So yeah, lots of youngsters setting out. We got Dean on the practice course right now. So, as these teams finish up their practice time, I'm going to take this opportunity to settle in, double check all our connections, cameras, make sure they bring the highest quality feed that we can today. And I will check back in with you right before we get our first runner on the course.
Might be screwed.
All right, and that looks like that's going to do it for practice time. And now the coaches will confer with the event head, Coach Nolan, and they will have the opportunity to express any concerns that they have about the obstacles. And I know the kids got through them, the fairness of everything. The nice part about Nena competition is that it's very collaborative. If the group decides that there's an obstacle that could maybe be tweaked or changed a little bit just to benefit the athletes, and coaches have the opportunity to advocate for that. Ultimately, it rests in the decision rests in the hands of the course judge, who will decide what changes, if any, may be made to the course design. But it does give the coaches an opportunity to have a say in how the competition runs. So it helps to dial in the athlete experience a little bit more. It looks like they're discussing something back here in maybe obstacle. And you didn't hear any of that because it's early morning and not early morning, it's almost 10 o'clock now, but and my mic was muted, so you didn't hear any of that. Yeah, it looks like they're just moving the dismount platform over here, getting a little bit more coverage for the mats, just so we don't see any wild peel offs or anything like that. That is the final obstacle of stage one for these athletes, so time will be running out. They may have to try to send it from a suboptimal position. With our low angle start line cam, got some of our Norwood team members here helping out with the camera work. So we'll try to keep that camera going for you as much as possible. But the steady hand of an 11-year-old can oftentimes lead you to a bit of seasickness over time. So I'm gonna switch back to something a bit more stable. And we should be getting our first runner here very shortly. They'd be at the front desk.
I was told they were back here.
Oh,
I did try. They said they were back here. Sorry.
so it looks as though we've made some, at least noteworthy modifications to the course. So they're going to bring the athletes back over and explain what those changes are. Uh, Coach Avery is going to take them through this first part here. All right, it looks like we are finally getting ready for our first runner here. If we can find him. Come on, camera guy. There we go. All right, so first runner of the day after all of that. We've got young Cameron. As you see, our 11 to 12 competitor go fly by there. And there's Lucas. And off he goes. All right. Well, finally, here raining in those rings. Cameron down the action highway. Sticks his first platform. Got to climb up and over. Nope, we already failed that one. So now he's moving on to obstacle number 3. On those super slippery work walls, they are covered in chalk. This weekend, so instead of having a ton of traction on them, they're actually quite slippery. Run. Next step. Iowa. Definitely going to start now. Another athlete that's been in third in this 6 to 8 age division. There's a new competitor. He's been on the 11 12 turf. And off he goes. Down the wing line in the action highway. Turns the hips back. And 13. Once you feel better on the spinning, yes, you can. Up and over the feeder totter. Sliding it on down there. And go through the second spinning go, and it's off to north one. And reverse one. Perfect. Very nicely done. And into this wonderful section here. She's reaching out under those mystery boxes. Little direction change here down through the ring. The 6 to 8 athletes are allowed to use the thrust to arrest their swing. And of course, you didn't hear any of that. But we can move the whole time. We'll get a guide in here, so it's all pretty nice. All right, next up, we have Joey coming out of Nena. Could have a stat line from yesterday for these guys. I could tell you how they fared in yesterday's competition. We get break between stage 1 and stage 2. They're making short work of those rings. Comes around the corner, up, just catches it on the balance, didn't quite have it there. Joey finished in 20th yesterday in stage 2, scoring. He's finishing in the points, scoring a point, and he's moving on the team. Every point matters in this Nena championship. From the top spot all the way down to 20th position. Everybody contributes. Really fun finding his way up the crest here to get access to those mystery boxes. What's the mystery? I always think so. All down to, we'll use that plus. Control swing. And back here into the last upper body section. Trapeze to Rainbow Road. Secondary trapeze. Ball grab. And can we get to this one? He's got it. There we go. 4 out of 5, I believe, for Joey. Next up, we have young Esther Powell, representing Vitality. I did not know if she was the youngest Powell sibling. There are quite a few. That's not her, but we're saying that was impressive for the other one. There she goes. And big pullback sends it to the first point. Negotiates the first balance roller. That'll make that steep climb up the teeter totter, slides her way down. And manages to make it through the second. Very good. Lands the slippery walls. Hooks the ring, sets it back, and skips it to the end. Now comes around the corner and beats the last 2 obstacles. Essentially just a slightly restricted ring line here. You can see those holds and moving pounds swapped out for the second age group in the 90 pounds. And now when she comes up into Happy with 24 seconds left. He's got to get moving here. Can't afford too many more of those extra swings. That slap is going to start winding down here on her shortly. Now she gets this last go. And with 8.5 seconds left, Esther Powell, the first full clear of the stage 1 course. She finished outside the points yesterday, so here's hoping we can improve on that here today. Next up, Garrett, representing Thrive. Here. And one listed for Garrett from yesterday. And we have something going on that he did not complete yesterday. But he did have 84 athletes, so this will be Garrett's first and only shot as he struggles to get that ring off of the hook. Now he's got it. Over his feet set. Let's push off the wall. There we go. Let's see how he does here. He knows how to shot to score some of those all-important points for Strive in this age group. Garrett. Oh, he's Garrett up on the trapeze bar. 8 seconds left. That will struggle with the getting the ring off of the hook on the hook. Definitely cost him some time. And yeah, he just times out. And that's the thing. Okay. As we head for the start. Oh, run a little bit there. Actually, our next competitor is going to be Hunter. Hunter finished just outside the points yesterday. 21st place behind Joey, who we sent earlier. Just missed out on the stand point for third. But no problem through the first one. And he goes over the teeter totter. Gets that second point balance girl. Once they're done, got one very quickly. Find some trust to get him in the advantage out there to grab the ring line of mystery boxes. So yesterday, Surge finished in first place in this age group from 6 to 8. And Nena finished fourth. Drive in third by Talon second. We'll see if there's any movement across there, because Drive definitely has some ground to make up. If they can take home 4 points and Nena in third, they're going to allow them to go back from 10th. They're going to need to fall back in the vitality too. They're already out ahead of the day. We may be getting ahead of ourselves here, but vitality can score some points in this age group, so we're going to be in good shape. Now we're ready for Being. Sporting his flaming hot Cheetos pants. That was a fashion trend that's been sticking around the ninja community for a few years. I don't know who was the first to do it. I remember Alexis Stone used to wear Cheetos pants back in the day, or some sort of Frito-like product. Nice little bump down that third ring and Beam. Easily to first down for slipping a little bit if he comes over top of the teeter slider. Oh, he's sliding all over the place. His fronts have some nice lack of friction, I guess. Down the teeter totter. Let's see how those 60 shoes do on these workouts. He's hanging on by one hand, trying to reel this ring off of the hook, but it's just not lining up, and he's got it. There he goes. Boy, that's the only thing slowing Beam down today. It's just not a great position to get that ring on hook. It's all part of the game. I guess we got credit for that one. Reaches back, grabs the trophy, cuts the swing for the last one, and he's out of there. Like a full pull for Beam. For the 26th yesterday, outside of the points. Just surprising though. Completed 4 obstacles, so he did not have a great stage 2 run yesterday. This course seems to be lining up okay for him. Next up, we have Owen, representing Vitality. Owen finished 16th yesterday, scoring 5 points for the Vitality team. And off he goes. Good Pull back here. Gets that first dismount. Really trip on the balance. He wants to save some time. He already missed. Once you miss the balance, it doesn't feel good to go back and keep trying at it. You're just wasting time at that point. You don't get credit for. I suppose you don't complete in stage one. So how about going his stage two? And that's where his day would have ended. Oh no! He's got to slide down that line, jump out to get the ring. Gotta make a decision, buddy. It's just gonna keep getting farther and further away, but he got it. Use the win to or the hook to his advantage. A little bit of critical thinking out of Owen right there. Now, did he have enough time to finish this course? He's got 2 lines down this track. Good. And now into the final couple with 22 seconds left. Houston grabs, gets the next trapeze. Put it back here. He should have enough time. And there it goes. An exciting one out of Owens. First time I've seen somebody really struggle that hard with the hook of the ring, where the ring actually swings a few times back and forth. So he was able to make a decision fast enough to get him there. All right, now Scarlett Burke gets her first dismount platform. And negotiates the balance spring. Balance forward, balance roller. Let's see what she's got there on hooking. Yep, gets it done quickly. Scarlett finished third yesterday. The big truss. Seems to be moving very quickly through. Good hip adjustment there to line up her dismount. Excellent course awareness there. All right, send it backwards. Let's start the swing with a little 180. Gets it to the window. Final. And she's up. Nicely done from Scarlett. Next up. We've got baby. There's baby. He'll be our top finisher yesterday. Took home with 25 points for Sword Hopkinton. Completed the course in 1 minute and 8 seconds. So for 8 obstacles here on stage, he's going to put himself in position to be our final runner. So there. He's back, no problem. Sam's into that teeter-totter. And we're down on the other side. 4 steps, and out. Now up, and down. Can he get the ring on hook quickly? He does. Across to the ends. Up into our final sequence here. Climbing the truss. Okay. Oh yeah, making quick work of those rings. Just rocking and pumping. Taking what's in front of him. Big upstart to set his swing. Then get a pull back to it. Nope, just going to bump straight through it. Very smart. Put some great position there, and that's going to be our fastest time in stage 1 so far. Yep, by about 12 seconds or so. So things shaping up today about the same as they were yesterday. Corbin top spot, Scarlett second. And Bentley up next. Oh, he is. Got a little chat there from Coach Nena. Nice trying to work out her shoes. set to go. So the person who finished between Colby and Charlotte yesterday is on the start line and second place for Brittany yesterday. Taking home 23 points. No problems here to go. Little slippery on the teeter. Slides down off her hip. The straight running across that balance tube. The splat on the hook wall to get the in unhooked. Got it. One arms it across. Then with really remarkable speed between the obstacles. This kid loves to run. Taking a circuitous reach from rim to rim to rim. At least that's goes for the skip. So he's going to try to skip with this now. Oh, and just miscalculated that one right into the thrust. Doesn't look any worse for wear. Electing to start backwards. Reaches the grabs. Then we'll have plenty of time to finish up the stage one qualifier. But missing that obstacle is definitely going to have him running probably earlier than we would have liked. And stage two, but no worries there. You can clean up the splat there on obstacle 4 should be left to top 10 again here today. Next up, Helen Mahan. Helen finished 13th yesterday. Let's get work of the first two obstacles. Goes on the hook and sends it to the orange net. Put a good line in there, right towards the next obstacle. Kind of shot him in the path of direction. He rings through here, no problem. Following up with dismount, but we're going to go leaning into the truss, like we saw before the rail. Through the trapeze. Gets the grabs. Out, sets the hips. Yeah, we're not going to count that last one. That was a little shy on the dismount there. He was trying to go a little too fast. So Helen also the 4. Next up. Coach. Probably not realizing there's no sound coming out of that camera. All right. Next up, we have I guess that pronunciation. Finished 18th yesterday. 3 points for the Surge team in their successful campaign to take this division on the big course. Let's see if we can find part of that today. Back up Colby. And some of the other ones we're going to see later. Smith, Tommy. All part of the top 20 for Surge yesterday. Really delicate slide. Down the balance too. Keeps it between the rails and he's up. With the slippery wheel curls, got to use the wheels to get himself up there. And putting all his weight on the ring and the hook. But managed to get it out. Flats and goes. And through the rings. So let it go. 25 seconds. It's going to start to get a little behind here. And actually, he lost a lot of time on this one. He definitely took more time on the balance than some others from the area. Okay, gets the dismount. 10 seconds to finish this last obstacle. It's going to be tough, just based on the way we've seen him move here. the previous obstacles. So 2, 1, and we're just going to time out right there. Next, stage 2, he's going to have more time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's see how that pans out. So you see all those extra swings, all that extra time lining up your dismounts. Those can just take away from the time you have at the end of the year. All right, next up, out of Ninja Mania, we've got young Barnaby. Finished in 6th place yesterday, 16 points, the top Ninja Mania finisher in this division. He will step on the floor there. It's going to cost him, but he's going to continue on through the obstacle. Still going after it like he wants it, so we'll see. Yeah, did not get credit for that. So. But did get the experience of going through it. But let's see if he has enough time here now to finish this thing out. So the hook a little bit. There it goes. Okay. Little deep sweep sets his hips back there. 46 seconds to finish these last two. Down through the rings. Gotta get this dismount. Doesn't have a lot of momentum, so we're going to use the truss, drops it in off the truss. And with 10 seconds left on the final, he's going to have enough to finish this thing. All right, so a little bit of work to do here for Barnaby if he wants to stay in that top 10. Next up, head back to the start. Yeah, I put Barnaby in 10th place right there. Emma Sullivan. Emma finished 17th yesterday, so 3 points. Contributing to Vitality's total. 4 Vitality competitors finishing yesterday. Got a hunting for one. This will be a real sticky point for some of these youngsters today. They just can't figure out the end where they are. You have to lift it up, unweight it, and then that's if she's going to do the same thing. Drop it down, gets the hook, and takes it across. There he goes. Little clunky balls from almost. We're going to have to make up some time here. 36 seconds left. Taking that circuitous route through those rings again. A little bit straighter down the line. And definitely have to balance some time. And it needs a quick dismount through it, which is going to force out against the obstacles. It goes into the thing. So, that's it. Go back here, 5, and that's the end. All right, so we've got to clean those up a little bit there. Let's see. Grayson. Switch camera operators there unbeknownst to me. Comes upside over. The teeter-totter, it just gets dumped to the floor. I think that's the first time we've seen that here today. Up the roof there he goes. Then we get it unhooked. Now he's just hanging from the ring and the hook. Oh boy. Ben has got himself in a predicament right now. That ring is not going to come out. while you're late on it like that. It's gotta reach up and hustle it. There he goes. Now he gets the push off. Gets the dismount to the red. Okay. 8 seconds left. Is Ben gonna have enough to finish it? It's not looking promising. 3, 1. Just timed out. That mix up on the ring there definitely cost him. All right. Next up, we're gonna have Aiden. Representing Pennsylvania. Aiden finishing just outside the points yesterday. Let's see if he can improve on that score there, help contribute to the campaign. Oh, just jumps off the balance. Just didn't quite have it dialed in. Big jump up. Not going to take the smart approach to this one. There you go. A little twist and a lift, and it pops right out. Forty seconds left on the clock for Aiden. He's got to get himself heading straight down the line. Good. If he can get this dismount quickly, should have plenty of time to finish. Sets his hips, going to use the truss, going down. Good swing here, no 10 step. Good work. Taking 3 swings here. Sanders got to keep it moving. Big kick back here. Time for one more. And he's out. Whew. That was a close one there at the end. But he managed to keep him good. If he can get that balance going, he should be all right. Next up we have Kinley. Kinley finished in 8th place yesterday. Our first non-finisher of the course. She's completed 7 of the 8 obstacles yesterday. Well, a very fast count. That's what completed. Hope you have to see it. Making their way down the rings. Keeps it together for the first part of the balance. To the wheel plan. With a minute left, she should have plenty of time to get through this obstacle. Down to final trapeze. And gets this one. Here's a trade one back under a minute. We'll take a look at our times here. Yep, under a minute is about where you're going to be. This is the top 3 competitors. Under a minute here. Next up, Harper Beers. Also representing Nena. And off goes Harper. up there, 2 to 3. Going down the barrels. Taking the cross-legged. Just didn't play with that one. I think the duck step approach is a little bit better for this particular setup. I have used the cross step before coming the straight line, but because you're running into that hard platform at the end of that, the cross step technique works really well if you can just set it and get it across like that finish platform. For a little bit more control, you kind of need to duck those feet out.
We got this blue line. All right, walk the blue line. Let your balance be. Right, nice and casual.
Tell Natty.
Coach Ryan urging Harper big kicks to get to those next ones. These are all well within reach now. Sets her gets back there and manages to link to this one. 111 for Harper right now. That's good enough. It's one miss. That should move her into 10th place. So right in the middle of the pack. Next up is Declan Harris. And, the rings now. His first balance too. Now he was using a duck hook. He's still keeping his feet a little too stiff. You got to pinch your toes out. Coaching really good as the athletes between stage 1 and stage 2. Really help them dial in the balance, because otherwise this is going to be pretty fast stage 2. The competitors only make it in seconds. So we've seen quite a few go down there. Yes, we're going to see Coach Tim do a great shot of his back there. Very nicely done for the finish. And Declan maybe gets 4 out of 5. Yep, that moves Declan in 10th place. So we're kind of just packing up the midfield here. So our competitors. Next up, Connor Burke. Connor finished 11th place yesterday. Followed 107 pounds with 8 obstacles. Oh, it's the crazy legs down on that first balance part here. On to the orange marigolds. I'll set up to the wings. There he goes. Into, I feel here with 44 seconds. Probably going to fix that sub 1 minute mark. Well, maybe reaching mark 6, 5, 7 minute. Put him in the top 4. There we go. 57. That's for them. Okay. Let's get a leaderboard going here. Right in the top 6. All right, young Jackson Asconi, a well-known name amongst the engineering team. Let's see if Speedy Ninja runs in the plan. There gets crossed up there. Man, that first balance tube is just torching these athletes today. I wonder if they make any changes between stage 1 and stage 2. We do like to see athletes make it to the back half of the course. So near rules do allow for modifications between stage 1 and stage 2 if the coaches and the judges feel like there's enough service just going to be a flux point in the first half and needlessly take out a good portion of the field. Jackson Sticks the dismount, pops up to the box, and not a lot of momentum on the jump. Saw some of the athletes earlier jumping over one and kicking back just to give themselves that extra half swing. Jackson's going to have plenty of time to finish here, but that will factor into the overall time come stage 2. Little things like that can make a difference. But overall, solid run for Jackson. Process complete. He's just got to clean up that balance portion. All right, next up we got Gabe Robert. Yesterday, Gabe finished in the bottom half of the field in early fall in stage 2. See what he's got for these balance features right there. There you go. All of a sudden, single big. Whoa, what a save! Nice man to hang on to that shower right there and get the obstacle. What a fight for it, dude. I would say the single biggest thing that will help you with balance is confidence. I know it's only one strap, but really it is. If you palm cool, collective, try to turn it the other way, turn the hook up. There you go. And across. 3 for 3 so far for Gabe. Certainly not our fastest and most polished one here, but it's definitely been exciting. And uses that press going in the dismount. Trying to build up that strength. 23 seconds here. This one's here to get that momentum. Once he gets 2 touch points, should be able to generate some momentum and get out of here. Next time to finish it. There you go. Oh, but just not enough on the last one. It's going to be a fail of obstacle 5 for Gabe. Looks like Coach Avery hit the button there, but he's on the comms communicating over to Ninja Works Stage 2 and Ninja Works Central here. The Gabe will finish with 4 points in his qualifying run. Correct.
Actually, I'm gonna go.
Next up, we have Smith Gordon. Surge. Looks like Surge definitely has a fourth looking athletes here. Smith finished in 4th place yesterday. You definitely see why Surge took this age group yesterday. We have a full complement of athletes with a little bit of savvy on 6 to 8 age group. There's a big difference between brand new 6-year-old and seasoned. It's hilarious. It's really an athlete seasoned at 8 years old. The amount of experience that these athletes gain in this age group, you can definitely tell who's a little bit older and who's been doing it for a little while. And he's pretty fit. He's trying to figure out this ring hook. I think you got to turn the wrist up and hook it up. We got another one that's gone alive. You got to hold on to the hook, reach out low, wait for it to come back, and hook it up. There he goes. Push it back for the All right, so cost him a little bit of time there. But remember, obstacles count more than time. If he can get all 5 here, that would bump him into the later runners. So far, we've been 7 full completions of stage 1 of the field of 34. Maybe less than half the field today. Right, so he's trying that backward technique. Doesn't get a whole lot of momentum out of it though. With 10 seconds left to go here. So you have to go with each one. This one here, big pullback. Then you got a little circle hips going. It's going to cost him. He's got to set and go. And gets it. It's how you get them. It's 28-20. 1.8 seconds left on the clock there. And Gabe now has to Smith gets it done. And gets hugs from his teammate. He always has. All right. It's been feeling good on Jackson in the last minute. And Weiss. Jackson finished outside the points yesterday. Let's see if he can contribute today. Yeah. Down he goes off that teeter totter. Got dumped. Looks like he might have hit his shin a little bit. So Coach Tim's going to have to do a little bit of, let's call that gentle coaching. So he's going to withdraw due to injury. We'll get a nice pat on him, a hug from mom, and hopefully he'll come back and stage too. A little bump on the shin, he's sustained. All right, next up we have Haley. Haley finished in the points yesterday, contributing to Surge's victory in this age group. Maximum points. Let's take a short look at that first section. Again, it's just time and time again, we're seeing these younger members really struggling on that balance failure. I've been keeping a total top, but I've been into the double digits at this point. And Haley hanging off ring and still manages to get off. There's not enough momentum. Not quite, got to push off that wall. There she goes. Gets it done. Big pullbacks in this one time. Burning a lot of time here. A lot of clean discount will definitely help her make up a little bit here. Now, can she build up momentum fast enough along that wrist trapeze? Pull back. Needs to get just to grab on that one. She's got to reach out. We have two in the hand. There you go. Tight base circle hips. Get clean pull back. You should have enough on the corner twist and there she goes. 123 for Haley, but miss on the down. That's the point. He's midfield right now as everybody kind of stacks up. Next up, Tyler Molino. He goes. Nice little bump from the second to third, fourth. And Carter negotiates the balance. Yep, nice one. Steps in, big in as he can. Just quickly teeter-totter board, manages to hold on. Takes the hit. And the second one hasn't been too much. There you go. Seems like it doesn't spin. Maybe quite as much. Reaches up. Like flip the wrist. Oh, gets it. Yeah. Gotta come back to him. Yep. He's down. Now he gets the ground. The wrist. Teammates rolling him on from the sidelines. And July time pounding that stress at 38 seconds here. Drops it in clean. 27. Then he gets on this one. Gonna need a jig. Okay. Jumped out a little bit. That helped him. That little swing there allows him access to the window early. Got some trips back here. Same thing. Nice and clean. Yes. And has enough power to get to the window. So that last action, very clean for Carter. And that will help him for 5 obstacles that should have him running in the latter half of stage 2. All right, next up we have young Ryder out of Surge. Those teammates connecting from the sidelines. Big bump off, that's a pull, another pull. Big set here. I haven't seen too many bumps through here, taking a more traditional of these athletes. Gets through the balance. It's slipping down off the knee. He's climbing along the shower bar on the way down. And then negotiates the balance feature. All right, so he's already ahead of the game. A minute left to go. If he can get, ooh, he can get too far up that first witness. He's got to climb a little bit. I'll turn it the other way. Climb up. There he goes. And drops it. Has enough range to be able to come back and takes a short line towards the next option. So there's a little bit of time there, but this is what we keep seeing. About 37, 36 seconds on the clock when these athletes get here. They got to stay clean through this mystery box line. Whips that first one. Using this tip and this one. 22 seconds to go. You can get clean through here. Big pull. Back. And gets the dismount. Nice. 5 up, 5 down for Ryder. Here's a ball. Driving in from Nena. 6 more athletes to go here in stage 1 of the 6 to 8 division. Good. She's up and down on the first one. Negotiates that teeter totter. And gets through the second balance feature. Looks like he slipped on the wall there. And somehow got that hooked on her neck. So we're going to take a timeout here. Now we're 10 years ago. Just looked like such a weird look. All right, we are back. Got somebody spilled a coffee or a drink over there as they're running in to help over there.
Oh, you're so fast.
As Coach Newman steps out the ring. Newman. Newman's going to make some modifications through the course. I wonder if it is stage one. You can modify things without offering a rerun for every athlete on the course. Let's check our leaderboard here. Looking like a repeat of yesterday. With Kirby, Finley, Scarlett, and we got Hunter and Kyla. Actually, the only one not in the top 10 from yesterday. And Dean making a comeback. So hopefully, Dean finishing outside the points yesterday. Our next competitive game of thing. And Jameson makes his way through the first balance outfield, takes the drop on the feeder tally, and negotiates the second. Takes advantage of that new ring configuration over there that will help the kids get on and off that a lot more quickly. And as he makes his way down through the street boxes. Good hip set there. Still going to dial it in off of the cross.
Yeah, but no one's good.
Next up, we have Gunner. Gunner had a rough go of it yesterday. Tripped on the first obstacle of stage 2 yesterday. Hoping to improve upon that performance today. Certainly didn't hurt his stage team. They still managed to take away the victory. Nice. Good little drop there. Get himself up onto the teeter totter. And gets through the second one. Now up to the ring. Still very slippery on that wall. And just drops it to the orange lot. Haven't seen that technique before, but it certainly worked. On to press out to the mystery boxes. So it's a little slowly coming through here. The rings are close enough that you can get there. I'm just not going to line up the ring into this now. Now onto the track. Three more competitors to go. Grant. That's going to be our first game. We get them to the start line. Getting a little swap from Coach Ryan. And off he goes. It's a big swing on that first game. Yara needs to have a pull in the second one. Shoulders hanging on for dear life. Gets to the last one. And gets to this one. Nope. Balance plan. Works again. Doesn't quite get his hat up on the neutral as he would like. Sometimes putting a rope on the neutral, although it's there to assist, it inhibits your run up the wall and makes you think that you have to use it. You don't necessarily have to use it. But it's actually kind of better to just get to the top of that neutral and then pull up that ring up to negotiate the rope moving around on you. You can get off of here with 30 seconds to go, which should have enough time to finish. Granted. Luca finished just outside the points yesterday. Looking to improve upon that today. Get in there and score some of those all-important points for the squad team. Oh, slips on the balance there again. But doing himself a favor, taking a hard run at that lip wall. Moving between the obstacles is crucial. Time limit can be tight if you're not efficient. Even though the 6-8s only have to do 5 obstacles, the other divisions have to do 6 and 10. These guys do 5 and 8 in the same amount of time. And it's just because they're smaller and not as seasoned as some of their older teammates. Still learning how to move their bodies. last competitor in the 6-8 stage 1. He breezes through this first race. Oh, but the balance turner strikes again.
Do you want just? I'm not gonna follow you.
We're going to have quite a lot of the
Stay here,
field
I'll
stacked
go
up
that
at
way.
4 obstacles completed for this stage 1, which could mean for a wild stage 2. Right? We'll have to see. What things going on. I reckon just skip that third round. But somebody just stacked up over there. Puff of chalk across the skin. The air is thick for sure. Oh, of course I was muted. Sure. That's all you need to hear that. Hold on. All right, that's going to do it for stage 1 across both courses. Now we're getting ready for stage 2. So as soon as we get our 1 order set here, let's send you on the course. Okay. All right, good. All right, stage 2. And we're good to go. So the ball from course judge Avery, stage 2. We'll start here momentarily. We're going to roll right into it. If you take a look at our 1 order here, Jackson, we'll see if Isabel is feeling good enough to hop back in there. Emma, Garrett, Grant, Joey, who's picked his string there in stage 1 over here. So we'll see if he's patched up with an ice pack and ready to go. So it does look like they are going to swap out the balance trainer to give our competitors so much better in stage 2. Because ultimately, we do want to see these competitors make it to the back
I'll
half.
be surprised if they don't.
No sense in beating them up early. It's only obstacle 2. We want to give the competitors as enriching an experience as they can have, especially in the 16 games. These teams are so young and so green.
That's Isabel to run.
So there's a time to ask athletes to step up their game, but
Okay.
this is not one of them. So as soon as they get the buzzers moved and the obstacles flat, you can see there it looks like they added some static balance blocks to the sides of the rollers just to give the athletes a better chance. Doesn't take
Follow me.
That kid's ego in check.
Top 6. First person's going now.
And we are back with Jackson on the course right now. Nice to meet into slightly less tricky balance feature than we saw in this spot yesterday. It doesn't spin, and still got to make him happy. Gets the grab for the bullseye. Got to set his hips around. Coached him and throwing him to get his hips going out the other way. Try to re-grab. They wing that. Finally gets it lined up, but he's running out of time. 15 seconds here. Oh. Down goes Jackson. Hey, that was a great effort. Now I missed the start line. And off she goes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We will end up to try to score some points for the Vitality team. And the first one, see if she makes use of these moves. You can see them right there. These moves sort of static, balance. There we go. Up to the tower. Slides down. Take a one here. Or two more here, so the last part is well. Then stumbling away all the way through. And now you see this new ring configuration. Should allow these athletes to speed a little bit more. And also that was a little tricky. So those times that were a little bit slower in stage one, we're definitely going to keep down as the athletes not having to fumble with the ring and the hook. So that'll benefit us in play. Gets the stick. Big jump out here. And you can really see all the things the athletes have to work with, like the rainbow, the trapeze, there's its wing, and then back up the truss for another flip down using the canes. Too much swing here. Still got to get them locked in. Yesterday the athletes used the keys and the receivers. And he's through the balance. Oh, just peeled up and Nena particularly imploring everyone to stay off the nets. We're using all available space here at Action Maywood today to create these two courses for these rather large teams. It is a packed house in here today. Ready to get started. I think Ben's had a little bit of tough luck on his first obstacle, or the second obstacle in his stage 1 run. So nice to see him get up, but there it is again. Don't know if that's exactly how he fell the first time out. But we did see, I think it was 2 or 3 competitors that get dumped out that way on stage 1 for too much on his lap. So a short day for Ben. Will likely not factor into the points, but anything can happen. All right, next up, Garrett, who we did not see yesterday. But he had a chance to make an impact for the Strive team, and as all those points get distributed, every athlete matters, every run matters, every obstacle matters. To try to improve on the team point total. Garrett takes the drop, steps to the next spinner, and he's through. Okay. Mowed in around the corner. Very nicely done. And he doesn't have to tangle with these hook on that ring, but it's short working here. And with the and it's not quite a big sweep, just a big sweep. Look at that static wave there on his backswing. His timing is just not quite right to be able to get going forward. Not as efficient as he'd want to be. Now he had to find himself stuck in his position again, really having to work hard to get through all of these big swinging obstacles. You see the athletes that make it look easy. It's not necessarily their strength. They're just pitching it like that. It's not necessarily their strength. Really, it's more of a timing thing. You know, if you're maybe a skateboard or half pipe or something like that, you know, it's all about pumping the transition. So the same thing goes for Ninja. After the Ninja swings, it's more like at what moment you pump that swing. Next up, Grant. Grant representing a large contingent of Ninja Mania families here. Clear the plane of that first shot. And then we can hit that steep climb on the teeter-totter. Oh, manages to save it. Takes the drop and saves it. Cautiously making his way across. None of these athletes in stage 2 want to take a whole lot of chances with that second balance off field because you just don't want to see your day on the way there. Nicely done. A minute off the clock as he makes his way down through the mystery boxes. Well, this is that last grab. Now hooks it up in the second and finds the second. This is going to give him the landing. So that's 2 times in this run now. And Grant has hit the finish platform and then gone back on his way to the next obstacle. It's like the grab switch in, whether or not he's had control. And he's just making a platform. That's not clear whether he's always out of control. So in that situation, it looks like that's what we need to call. But he cleared the frame. But there's not enough swing there for him. Just not enough energy to get through. Next up, we have Aiden. No full clears yet. Two athletes have made it to the final obstacle. And let's see what Aiden's got for the clears. Aiden making use of those new static balance features where consciously takes the drop. Good, couple of steps. All right, now he can run. Then comes loose, and so does Aiden. Oh, he's spinning around with flat spin 360 there to get the landing on that. Big ball here. Just circling around, trying to get the control and line up with this one. Looks like he's in the pocket. Gonna use the truss. And just try to haven't gotten everything sorted out a little bit. Manages to do it. Okay, minute 10 off the clock on his run. Using the double kick technique there. Keeps his momentum smooth through there. Good kick through there. Don't want to cut short on this guy. This one sets the backswing. And he's out. Good. Now that is a start-finish platform, which means the athletes can't overshoot it. Very precarious. I get it in that receiver. That's the first move. Just snapping that key. Now that everything's moving for him. There he goes. Now he's got it dialed on. Sets the swing. Reaches. And bolt-on sky hook. And now into the static balance. Oh, but just at the last second. But I don't know if you can tell at home, but those balance features, the yellow ones and the long blue one, are pitched about a 30-degree angle. Sideways. Mix up with a page. Comes through. Haley finished in the points yesterday. 19th place. And 2 points for the third team. As we improve on that today. As we mentioned before, Surge did take the top spot in this division yesterday. Getting that one important 4 points. Which is keeping them in the mix here. For a potential upset. Coming into the day, the favorite has to be by quality. League champions last year. Top point scorers yesterday. But in day 2, everything can happen. If things are close enough with a few runs either way, could mean all the difference. The Surge has looked very strong here. Especially when the kids get in. Set the tone for the team for the rest of the day. Very good momentum here. There's that. Extra safety swing there. There's a lot of room on the trapeze, but wasn't planning on using the second hand there anyway. And now she's out. So it's landing in the start finish platform. 30 off the clock. And got a line left up. You kind of snap at that key. Gets her out of the alignment there. Where's she going to find the traction? Up there she goes. Very smart. But she got pulled with her right hand and she's back. Nice. Excellent course awareness from her. Yep, see that 30-degree pitch to the inside on that one. Looks like it's going to the inside of this one as well. He gets it. This is really interesting. It's closing up. Oh, so look like this one. Corey makes it through the bogey. Oh, Jordan's playing this for the finish. Oh my God, please tell me I won't be muted that entire time. All right, my cameraman makes his way back down to the course. So we're going to pick up Joey. Wow, we're going to take it to Sandra Johnson. I'm not like a sandboard. Doesn't want to make a mistake here in the tournament feature, and doesn't. Sets and sets out. Puts a clean line over to the orange mat. And then he's going to look through this section here. So it's the mystery boxes first. Cautiously taking his time to get up into those rings. So impact down. And use the trust. Keep this one. Let's figure trap heels. Again, for this input, it's just about finding efficient ways to build up that momentum. You'll see as this field gets deeper and deeper, you'll notice the difference just in their movement patterns. And when they have something in their hands, just knowing the timing, knowing where to set their hips, really trying to figure it out right here. Gets that forward now. He's not doing much on the back. So put a little bit of power in the back there. And down. Seconds keep ticking down. Up. All right, Coach Rivers says good. He is hanging on for dear life right here. Just got to find some height. Lost all his momentum on that drop. He grabbed the cane a little bit lower. Oh, he's chaos right now. He's little broken, trying to figure out how to get this thing to hook up. Now puts the cane between his legs. Coach Lyons and Coach are able to swing there. They're trying anything. Oh, he gets it hooked down. Oh, no, look at the it comes right back off. Oh, the humanity. Oh, Joey just finishing out his time. Oh, he was hanging by one arm there for so long. Wow. Yeah, feeling a lot of heart. It's just a bad break for Joey. All right. Next up, we have Lynn Cameron. He's fired up. Joey's engaging him in the camera duties. Cameron pipes up the crowd and loosens up his shoulders. goes Cam. Let's see. Robert Colby run a little bit later. And doing his best to factor in here the points totals for third. Dropping the top knot. Just trying to get through. Whew. And skin in their teeth. And right up the wall. Takes the heading, and need a spare. Looking for it with this section here. Lines up the dismount, sticks it. And Cam, one of our smaller competitors here, so he's got to jump up to that trapeze and then start from a dead hand to build up his momentum. So he puts in that backswing, good momentum there, gets right out to the rainbow. Good pull through here, but he can sense a little hesitation there, and he's out. But then stepped off the start finish track. Horseman, Cam devastated. Just not knowing where to go ended up being his undoing on that one. I've seen it play out so many times. Well, next up we got Owen. And make his bid. They're looking like most first finishers yet, which is to be expected this early on in the field. With plenty of competitors left to run. Brings brother Colby to be running last here today. Hold up there at the start line. There he is. Okay, now I'm back. And I have to go with him. I think Owen might have been on that kind of looking to balance for and person, so making good use of those static features to ensure he gets through cleanly. Wow, Rob's the midline. They didn't want to take the hard drop. Okay, now I can accelerate a little bit. Yep, gets right up the wall, keeps it out to the ring. I think that's a better technique. Just don't use the rope entirely. Gives you a lot more style holds to get going with. Mystery boxes. Got the rear touch, that's the swing and out. And now he's up into that's the previous. Big pull back here. Another big pull back sets the hips. 1 minute 15 gone on the clock already. Up. But once again, comes off the start-finish platform a little too hot. So understanding personal, it's a finish platform. You can overshoot, you can't. There's mainly athletes and coaches beforehand. Hopefully, Barnaby. Can get these things dialed in here. Barnaby's a strong competitor. Supposed to pop you some feeding this weekend as well. takes the drop and a little slide. And he's through the bounce. Okay, with 30 seconds gone. He's on to obstacle 3. Easy on there for Bonavie. That's a stress. Getting himself out to Winfield. Common super. He's not the biggest competitor for sure. This is a good little bump there. Keeps his swing going. Grabs the truss, looks for the dismount and drop. Comes up for the trapeze. Gotta get that swing going. Excellent back kick. That's what I was talking about earlier with the momentum. Some of these kids just know how to build it up. Like the bump to the trapeze. Now this one slides back and forth a bit. And that's the nature he sticks it. That's good force savvy out of Bender. Right under the canes. And he's got a reach though. Almost there, a little lower on the cane maybe. Jones just picked that one up there. Just as good. He's going to bring this one in here. Got a set his swing. Gets the grab on the hook. That is allowed. And now over to here. Taking a deep breath before the bounce. A lot of time going off the clock here though. 35 seconds left. Now up to winging up. Press the hips, gets that convenient swing. So he can match his hands here. He kicks it a little bit. That's going to make the grab a little tougher. He's got it in. He's got to get to that height. And just turn back. We're not finished the fifth, but a little beyond the 240 mark. That's teammates cramping his name. A little slower to the pace there. Did make it to obstacle 7, so Jackson still sitting in first place. But taking nothing away from Barnaby. You ask him, he completed the kill. How can Gabe do? Gabe had a bit of a rough go yesterday. Sees the legs swinging wildly there. Definitely likes to let the hips go. Gliding up that heel totter. Here's the second half of the balance. Definitely fast. Next one to the ring. Fits the dismount. That's into these 3 boxes here. Good swings out of good. Gets that dismount as well, and off to the trapeze setup here. Real quick. Hold on that back swing and turn the hips and kick back the other way. As we saw Barnaby doing the last one. Very efficient way to build that swing. And you have to start from almost a dead line now. Go back and you can skip this to the platforms. Bounce it up. And sticks it. You get 9 left on the clock to get through these canes. Oh! And just put a little too much weight into that first one. Slipped out. Just getting very precarious up there. Not a lot of room to err. And we're up again. Moving fast and furious here. Yes. And to the line, see 11, 12 competitors running right next to their start. We have not messing around with that balance. Nice one for them. Dives it in. Maybe once they go down the river, they'll get into the transition a bit, take some drops. Oh, I'm just can't hang on. So not the outcome that they were hoping for. But next up we have Luca. Luca and then Jack. That's the impression. And off goes Luca. Gets the hip spot. And his hips rubbed over there with that little side slide. It's trying to get one real race to make sure Luca has some dialed. Reaches up now. Takes the drop. Okay, finds some traction. And across. Okay. Nice finish over. Up to the wall we go. All right, Luca with big swings here. Really close to that stress, but gets it down. All right. We'll be keeping the momentum going here. Not quite as smooth as we've seen with some other competitors. A lot of swings, a lot of extra time coming off the fact that was more efficient there. But gotta make sure we stick with this mount here. Fix it. Little collapse move. Wraps it down. Fix the canes. Coach Tim, right? That's on Luca's grill there. Okay. That's the hands. That's the feet moving. Solid stuff. And we're out. Good. All right, well, to the wing up we go. Finding the thrust out to the rope. Gets to the wing. And then build up that swing. And just times out on the wing nut. We've seen that one play out before. I think they've really got to bank some time early on in the run to have enough time at the end to get there. And I think as the field goes on, we'll start to see that. All right, next up, Jackson Escumi. Jackson finished 15th yesterday, hoping to improve on that here today. Maybe set some points on the boards for Ninja Mania. Ooh, he threw it now. Benefit, you just saw right there. Like having those static things there, that's the PDC did spin out him a bit, but he was able to get his foot to open up a block, strong enough to the hand block. There's Avery right there, feet never touched. Come on, we got to finish this thing now, Jackson. All right, on obstacle through a close call, but managed to get out of there. All right, now he's off and running. Into the war process, into this switchback section of truss. Out the truss on the rings, back the truss on the trapeze and rainbows. And then back again on the cane. So 3 upper body action scenarios, all requiring a different grip, different swing set, and all taking up loads of time with extra swings. So it's super important to be efficient through here. And less than halfway through the field here. And no finishes yet. And Jackson D the fourth. 36 left on the clock. Comes into the balance. Casually walking down this. Okay. Up to. Still time on the clock, 30 seconds. Match those hands. Yep. Rears it up. Leave it again, hits it, makes it a little tough. And maybe a little easier. You can track it. That bullseye up there has certain spots you can grab. And through the movement and to the bogeys. Or peels off the bogeys and back to the mat. Great run from Jackson. I believe. Yep, it's a Jackson 2. Top spots here so far. Comes back to the start line we go. We got Archer. Again from Nena. And it keeps his legs going in the right direction. Hit those all important finish platforms and score some points. It's a pretty good traction on those shoes. Yeah, really slip there. And just slides it down into the second balance feature. Relax. And goes. Up to the floor. Grab and out. Stays nice and tight for the dismount. And up we go into the mystery section. Back and forth for the circle hips. Trying to find that step. Yeah, help it a little loose with the lower body, which may come into play on either the trapeze here or certainly on canes if you make it that far. Spinning tidy through here. This is going to be the big one. Got to hand down that back and forth and sticks. Good. Let's see. Put the weight on the cane. Going down, a little hip up top. Sideways to the key. Keep the weight on the front hand. Up. And now on to the balance. And the corner. Very nicely done. Okay. Here we are. 2 optimal 8s. Can we get our first finish with 23 seconds on the clock? Not a ton of time. Piper's going to crack that top 3. Going to need to finish this obstacle. Cooking it on the clock. 7 seconds left. Don't think we'll have time to finish it. Goes for the big move and just spirals out there. Yep, so 5th place now with Harper with about 15 contenders left to go. That should be enough to be in the points. Next up in Stride, we have Declan Paris. Stride trying to put up some points here. fifth foot. Makes use of the little static balance feature right there to get through the spinning leg. Oh, but the hard drop. Just the step to the floor. Couldn't control the drop. And that's where Beckman's day is going to end. So likely no points can strive to on that one. Next up. No. Making short look at the first obstacle. Easily through the first part of the balance. Now can control the drop. This will definitely go down here and take a cautious approach. Gets to the static step and out. On the chart of the stage team, they took the top points yesterday. They're going to continue that today. They're going to need all of them if they're going to put a dent in Vitality's lead. So they're going to need to execute. Can need potentially the first finisher here. And Stoke going down through, now gets it straightened up. And back up for the trapeze line. That's new safety team. Should be able to get to it on this one. One set. And it's set. And out. It's the landing. Officially approaching the trains. I can use your hand on that last sky hook. It goes straight to the dismount. To the balance. Up and down. 45 seconds left to go. Gonna get through this. Should be enough time to get through obstacle 8. That's it straight down the line there. On our YouTube page. That's our YouTube page. 19 seconds left. Tommy does have enough time to finish this. If he can stick with these babies, 10 seconds. Oh, that extra swing's not popping. It's looking good. This is going to be down to the wire. Can he get to the dismount? 3, 2, wow. Gotta get to that blue mat here. The dismount. That was a great one. Moving up into second place, he breaks up the stranglehold that the two Jacksons had, and spots number 1 and 2. So now we should start to see our competitors get a little bit more close to that finish mark. That stage 2 buzzer. And Cullen sets off on his bid for a finish. Just through the balance. Couple of steps here and up. Okay. And over 2 minutes left on the clock. I'm making short work of that ring. Into our workman section. Oh, it's not counting that. Into our rhythm section, switchbacks, wings, trapeze, and chains.
DJ.
Pumping out these ninjas' arms before we get to that last balance and then the dip gauntlet to finish. Usually sets back here, maybe a little bit of underswing there. It doesn't want to come up overshooting on that dismount platform. Thanks from the tank. Locks in the first move. Bangs it off the second one. There it is. Gets it pulled down. Needs a hard pull here. Coming straight from the dismount and gets it. Down straight into the balance. 50 seconds left on the clock. We'll have about 45 by the time he gets to the start platform for the final accident. There you go. Woo! Just peels off on that wing net. That was a big move for Cullen. That moves him in the first place by 3 seconds ahead of Jackson. And here it is, feet out to the end. And what does Bentley have to say about it? Over the two, Tyler. Maybe the slide over control it. Around the corner and up. Release the ring. Get a rip of the hips down through there. Here's the nets. Into the switchbacks. And 50 on the clock. 40 seconds gone. And we're sending lining up that twist now. That sticks up. That's up by back flip. We're going to return. That's to generate that momentum. And we're going to reach that up. Very side we need both of them. Gets the hands up, high back pull, and sticks. Little bit of shot from Coach Nena. And on to the cleans. Gets it on the first try. Into a receiver that bangs it off the side of the key on the first one. And let's see, we've seen the number backwards skip last week. That means Mixon's got it. Around the corner, through the bounce, snake grabbing rolls. Got the hands matched, going for the kick. Now, not necessarily a risky thing to do, but it has to be calculated. Ooh, able to graduate through that, making good time here. 36 seconds, plenty of time to finish the fourth. But the arm, the grip strength, yeah, it's still looking pretty strong. He's taking some big swings here. Doesn't seem to be taking anything off of it. But missed the first baby. So he's going to try to send it straight from the field to the bubble. And that is the tech. Do not be surprised if you see that move. It's a little risky with that bogey right there. You've got to have control of the swing. But if they can make that throw, that's going to be the test to get these time going and get some bogey. Vitality. He's totally body, putting themselves into the top spot. Going third, engineering a drive, have an answer. Knock Bentley down that leaderboard and minimize the bonus from the number of points. Right now, sitting in first place, that would be 25 points for Vitality, which would definitely help their bid for another championship. There we go, Connor Burke bumping through it. Nice little move there. Very quickly on and off the wings. Down he goes, middle side on the hip. Not a lot of traction there, but he manages to hold the grip long enough to get it. goes. Releases the ring and straight through. And up into the switchbacks. Comes the chest. To the rhythm section. Let's go. Nice. There goes. Two setup swings, so should get him enough to get there. Now we're up and running. Grabs the trapeze. Steps back. Trusts the dismount. Good to go. Very nice on there. It's the cone. Send that second one. And there's a little bit of understand there. It still manages to reach out to get it. Totally flexible. Sets up for a big dismount. And out. Now it's 50 seconds left on the clock. So about 386 by the time he gets through. Start from there. And it's directly behind the black pin. Oh, quick. Come back to this thing. Puts that on. Uses his full reach. Sets the hips up there. Definitely a savvy move. It's that little side flip there. All right, now he's not in the right position to go for the big skip. Kind of talking. If he had spent a little time maybe on the setup swing, get into the help. But it's good enough for second place. 142 is 2 seconds ahead of Cullen. We've got a lot of representation across the different trims here at the top of the leaderboard. Next after we got the Smith Gordon. Smith. And he put up some points for stage. 12 more athletes to go. Just extra low on that. Just easy to sliding right off that Peter tire. Sends it up the work rail. Very efficient there. Grabs the top rail. Doesn't go as smooth as we've seen anybody do that off rail with. And up into the switchbacks. There it goes. And Smith moving pretty well. I wouldn't say he's setting another Mr. pace here, but he is moving efficient. Minute 20. If he can get through this one quickly, maybe slightly ahead of the pace by the time he gets to the final option, if he gets there. If it goes still on the first squeeze. But still knows the dismount. Cautiously through that first balance feature. Yeah, he's going to be a couple seconds behind the pace getting into this last one. Nice. Gets the reclaim. He set his fists out. Didn't need to. Didn't need to. Didn't need to on the clock. It's not minions. You're going to go for the big stuff. No, he's going to go with traditional rep. Got to get through those bogeys. Oh, now he's setting it up. There it is. I control those hips. Good on the back swing. No. You saw that big pop of black mat there. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, you go to the Big Ten, sometimes it just won't line up for you, so it was about the best we could hope for there, but good enough for fourth place. Let's see what Ryder has for this course. Ryder finished in the bottom half of the field yesterday. Did not make it into the top. Looks like he had an early fall. Also out of balance feature or something unlikely. So see if he can go deep today and put some points on the board. But there's another movie. We'll see a couple of those uncharacteristic fouls before this stage 2 is done. Goes. The teeter-totter. Takes the block. Injury makes him go through that second down. And now, full-on sprint. And then, once. Into the switchbacks. Looking clean through here. I'm going to use the plus to get down. That's the swing. Out. Stumble there, getting maybe confused section. Two set of swings. Reach the seating people smooth through here. Reach out, grab, whoops, grab, reach out, grab, whoops, grab. Square it up with the back swing, and good job. That is the cones. It's starting to get that to land. Oh, now you get to lock in. It's on to gotta reach out. He's trying, but lost his forward and back swing momentum. See the swing of his leg there. And now his shoulders just spinning around. There he goes. Now will he, yep, going to the big dismount here. That's it. All right, so definitely behind the pace now, which means he is going to have to push it if he's going to hope to finish this course and crack that top three. But right now, it would take a finish to do it. And we've got 10 seconds till he gets onto that wing nut. Yeah, that was stunning. He's just getting hung up. And he's going to time out. Right. All right, well, you heard it. It looks like he's going to try to finish this course. Everybody in a holding pattern here as Ryder holds us hostage till he decides he wants his course run to be done. Next to the start line. That's for Powell. He also did not score any hits for her team yesterday. Hoping to remedy that today. Going to take at least a somewhat speedy move through that rhythm section and into this They threw the balance after 7 and 8. Competitive is stopping us.
Over my reindeer.
There you go. Probably invested in there in the room. Just nice balance. Let that pledge back up here. As Esther makes her way through the switchbacks and onto the canes. And heavy on those canes. And looking so she got plenty of swing here, but that's got the accuracy to dial it in. Next to use the cane on that last hook. Just gets it dialed in. And onto the balance. A little bit behind the pace here. 30 seconds, be under 30 by the time she makes it through the ring. With 25, he is going to have to go for some big swings here. Quick step, there's and look on the road. It's going again. Oh. Two, 9, and that will do it for Esther. So timing out on this last push. Looks like she's going to finish it out here as well. One comes up the last one. All right, so we are down to our final 9 competitors in this race. Take the hands off his camera again, so he gets that squared away. And we'll take this not so up close and personal look at Carter's run. And Carter just stepped off. Spun off the balance. Nena had a rough day yesterday. See if he can bounce back. Let's get some points here for Surge. We're trying to keep it tight here. And we got just had a loose connection. Nena. 50 seconds. He's good on pace. There it is. Now we've got the swing line. Nope, just misses the first grab there. Got to control that swing. Let's see if he's going to try to send it from the middle. He does have time to finish. And try to set the swing off that bogey. Oh, for the both bogeys. Oh, but then reaching on the back side to try to get it. There's nothing there. But a vast improvement on his run from yesterday. That's going to move Gunner into second place. He finished second to last yesterday. So from second to last to second to first right now for Gunner. Great improvement on him. Yeah. 7 competitors left to go. Being another one hoping to bounce back today. So Grayson's about to come off one more. I can tell by the city church. Other things. Flashing the Cheetos advertisement. Isn't nothing to go down. The balance. Back up. And look on. And another one hoping to improve on his performance from yesterday. He could make a splash here from Nena. Get into those points. Fix the dismount there. Jump back to keep the momentum going. Grabs and out on the flat. He keeps his performance from yesterday with the completion of action 5, but he is not done. Moving at a pretty good pace here. Excellent pickup. There. And down. And into the balance. 3-2 through there. Man, he's got plenty of time to think this one off and the fastest competitor up to this point. He finishes this course. Nena with a chance to play score here. Huge turnaround. That's the thing. Reaches out, misses it, don't slip up. Oh, that pulls out. You got to be accurate. It's moving like that. He finally gets it dialed. He's got that fiend in hand. And that's the set swing off of this bogey right here. That is the attack for this one. Big swing. Big swing. The fiend is a tough kid. Moves him into second place behind Bentley. Wow, from 26th yesterday all the way up into second. That's going down into third. It is going to be a sprint to the finish here for these Indians. Knock these times down. I'm going to be surprised if we get a few more course completions here before it's all said and done. All right. Oh, that should be all up and running with Kyle. We clear out. Oh, Kyle is and gone. Kyle finished in ninth place today. 7 out of 8 obstacles completed. He's hoping to make that 38 today. It's through the ring, around the corner. section here, the switch backs. And go. Underneath that too. And you hear in the background, the first course completion, over on the 18 course. Right in front of that big field. So again, it's always through the switchback section. Plenty of time on the clock. 80 more time pace, maybe a little bit ahead of it. And that's what the competitors are doing. 40 more, yeah, 5 seconds to go. If you can be efficient here, gets the grab. Gotta get the set here. Go. Looking some power up steam. You can keep the momentum on the hit point. Still maintaining the outfield for you to get. Yeah, let's see. She's gonna go for the lift. The skip. Yep. Does she have the angle? Finish. Oh, just behind Green, just out of Dennis, 15. And then knocked that one off that top spot, 208.58. With chasing. But the finishers are coming. All right, he takes it back up. Punch. Miss Hunter. Hunter finished 21st yesterday, just outside the points. Have a chance to go deep here. This still seems to be lining up for me. And he's put it all together for 8 obstacles. Up and down, over, Peter tire. Now these things sometimes slow. Sometimes have been waiting around for a little while since stage 1. It's time to lose focus. It's really hard to maintain and then jump back in. And it's go time. The sport will test your patience, it will test your upper body strength, it will test your balance, test your creative thinking. So many things go into a successful ninja campaign. Okay, through the switchbacks. Fix the landing. To the ground. Into the corner after that, a little bit out of reach. The other competitors using that kick technique. This is right there. It is right now. He's got the kick on. There's a little bit of time, but gets the grab. Which is important. Line the hips up and then send the swing. 20 seconds. This isn't going to be the fastest time, but it's going to. At least put him on the top 10. There we go. 2:15. Hunter moving into third place. Dean still clinging on. Edges out his teammate. Pink, 3. It's called Pink for a second. 3 6 seconds. It's all right, right back out to the front we go. There's Scarlett. Scarlett had a great campaign yesterday. Ended up coming in through. But you know, it's Kirby. They're still sitting there in the background. Going over the 2 to 5. Ooh, going on your knees. Dicey. Dicey. Okay, look left there. The ring. And then slip back. Good hip set through those rings. I almost like even making this one third. But I like to take them to this one right for the cross. It's 3-4. Halfway through and a minute going on the time. We can make short work of this one. There's a little bit of time here. A few things. Another finisher on the 3-team course. Gets the grabs here. Got that clean to hook up. Reaches out and grabs up. Through the balance she goes. Nice and tight. Not even a pinch from there. Look up. And a minute left on the clock here. And Scarlett. Muscle her way through these last few actions. She's a little bit taller than some of the other competitors, but still likes to go for the kick. Here it comes back. She gets the grip. Sets the hips around. Very tighty there. Goes into the slap. Eliminates a little wobble in that catching the liver. Sets her swing. Control use. Didn't quite line up in that first one. This one looks better. Turns the hips over. Good. She's taking on the angle here. Manager just taking back neck feet way through, and that will move Scarlett into first place. 5 seconds. All right, we're back to the start. For our final 3 competitors, Nena, Nena, and Kirby, all throwing down top 10 performances yesterday. Let's see if they can bank those points for their teams today. We get Jameson set to go for our final 3 competitors. And this is Jameson is on and move. He's going to have to motor. If he can get to that final laps here with a little more than a minute, and that's what it's going to take to get that number 1 start. And he goes. Back to the wall. And look at very quickly between the outfields. He's not wasting a lot of time until he's found another gear. Excellent control of his legs. I think about this one maybe a little bit of time to go. He's across the ground for them. He's got grabs. It's gets the Bismarck. Excellent. Give the bounce. He's looking good on time here. This bounce actually only take about 10 seconds, if that. Okay, so looking good on pace. 108. How quickly can you get in here? As we Jameson and Scarlett both up there in the top. And Stroud would have something to say about those top points. And it's a big, hard kick on that pencil. Make it hard to track. And a little too much now. His swing is starting to get out of sync. With the bullseye. There he goes. Goes for the center. Pitches around. Gets the grip. Hands it. And makes special delivery. Interesting. That's what creates swing angle too. Does it in. Tries to match. In single-handed fields. Hits match and shows that. And get two in the window. What the swing happens to line up for him. Big send. It's starting to come around. That's it. All the way to the end. And that moves him in the first place by 1 second with a teammate Charlotte. So Stride 1-2 over here on the 6-8 first. So they can finish at least one of them will be on the podium. They're hoping for two. Okay. Back to the start with our sideways handles. Final few runners. Wow, could Stride potentially sweep the podium here. Really shake up the standings. Let's see what they did yesterday. Yeah, yesterday they took 3 points, finished second in the division. With Surge taking. If Finley can go deep here, flip that script. And right at the 8 vitality team. At least 2, but with Dean stepping up there for Nena, there's a good chance Nena can take that third spot. We'll see how the points calculate out. Vitality scored 2 here yesterday, and that was on their path to victory. So we just have to see how it works out. This Grand Prix scoring system. Very unpredictable. And moving along, everything looks set. She's good. Ooh, very close. Missing that start finish back from there. I'm uncomfortable on these hands. That settles the run. Let's move to get started. Goes for the dismount. Hopefully these guys come clean. 1:10 in the clock, maybe on top. Every time he gets on the swing. Here we go. After the point there, they'll take 3 finish. You can put Stride and podium sweep. And then we add fall onto Andy Slater. That's what you're seeing there. This makes it very good. You can find it all over the way, but you know. I'm struggling trying to get the gun in my lot of time with these swings. That sets up that big swing. Back into the baby top 3. That's the dismount. It's going to help. He's doing it quick. Oh my God. 5.05 seconds. Dean hangs on from Indonesia. That 4th place spot. Can he hang in there? With our last competitor. Well, we shall see. It all comes down to this. Final runner. Kirby. It's the top spot here yesterday. To see this is the run. Kirby hyping up the crowd. And it's the laps and ready to go. Teammate Schmidt and Kelly. Only 11-12 course behind him. And that goes Kirby for his championship bid. Can he get maximum points for Surge? Must be very careful here on the balance. And you see it around the corner. Straight up to the wall, very fast. Nice. Just right into the truss. Colby setting a blistering pace here at the start. Look at how smooth he lined up that dismount from 2 lanes back. Nena, Cruz, Satel, nice dismount here. Sticks it. And the cone. Down the lanes. Looking great on time. 1:30 on the clock. He's going to be, I think, our fastest competitor up to this point. Yeah, he just got work to start the swing. Little kick there should bring it back up here. Gets the grab, sets the hips. Fixes it on. And 80 goes on. You can get this dismount. This would blow the doors off everybody else. 22. With that, Colby takes the top spot. So, as the points, as the points, he's like, oh, I was playing all the points and all the points. All right, well, that is going to do it for us here for the 6 to 8 age division. We have 2 points shot out. We encourage you to visit us at northeastninja.com for all the results. Youth League, this is Champions Left 2. We will start doing some math, adding up our points. So we'll be back in just a little bit. It's 1 o'clock, and we've got the 9 to 10s coming up next year on the Small Plus side. They are anxious to get this thing going. We're going to sign off this team and catch you on the next one. For everybody here at Action Norwood and John Love Nena, I'm Nick Overby. So thanks for joining us. I'll see you in the next one.